The problem of evil is an oft-repeated one. It is a problem specifically for classical theism, meaning those believers who claim to believe in one God with certain characteristics, such as those that appear in Christianity, Judaism, or Islam. Those who believe in no God at all do not have a problem. Evil can exist as a result of random chance. There's no purpose behind it. For those who believe in many gods, often they can attribute evil to being due to disagreements between those gods or due to characteristics of a god that does not benefit mankind. For those who believe in the God of theism, the problem arises because it may seem that responsibility for human or animal suffering must lay all or partly with this God, and thus it raises the question of whether such a being is worthy of our worship. The main issue that you will be expected to talk about in reference to this problem are as follows. You need to be able to trace the statement of the problem back to the classical problem as stated by Epicurus, the Greek philosopher. You must be aware of the characteristics of the God of classical theism, because these characteristics are what make the problem a problem. In addition, you must be able to refer to the inconsistent triad by J.L. Mackie and the concept of God as creator. This film will go through each of these points in detail and relate them back to the problem of evil specifically. The ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus is often credited with first stating the problem of evil in a coherent form. This is often called the Epicurean paradox. Epicurus presents us with what is known as the logical problem of evil. He points out the trilemma that there are three facts that religious believers may wish to hold as true at the same time, but which do not logically appear to be simultaneously possible. This problem has been restated as the inconsistent triad by the Australian philosopher J.L. Mackie. He pointed out that God is supposed to be omnipotent or all-powerful, and he is supposed to be omnibenevolent or all-loving. Yet he does nothing to stop evil, which is also a reality. These three beliefs are a logical paradox. It is contradictory to hold all three at the same time. If evil does not exist, then the problem goes away, and God can have both characteristics. If evil does exist, then God may be all-loving and want to stop it, but is powerless to do anything about it. Alternatively, if he is powerful and can stop it, he clearly doesn't want to. Otherwise, he has no reason not to do it. For a theist, it is intolerable to deny either characteristic of God, and it is against experience to deny evil, so an alternative solution must be sought. In addition to this, the theist has other difficulties when thinking about the existence of God. The qualities discussed in the inconsistent triad are only two of God's characteristics. In fact, God is also believed to be all-present and all-knowing. These are vital characteristics because God is supposed to be everywhere with everyone and to know everything. If this is the case, then we cannot absolve God of responsibility for evil by claiming that he does not know that we suffer. He knows exactly what we experience. In fact, he experienced it firsthand if we accept that he was crucified on the cross in the form of Christ. Yet with all the knowledge, power and love, he still does nothing. There is only one God, and so we cannot blame the evil we experience on the hands of another metaphysical being, such as the devil, because the devil would not be as powerful as God. If he were, then he would also be a deity, and we could not say there is one God, but instead there would be two. God is a lawgiver and clearly gives us guidelines that dictate acceptable and unacceptable behaviour. If this is the case, he clearly does not obey his own rules and performs or allows acts that are against these rules of morality. Even if God is above such moral rules, the moment he behaves in ways which are considered unacceptable according to his rules, we fail to understand him as a loving God. In addition, this lawgiver is considered to be just. He does not seem to be this does not seem to be the case, since evil or suffering are not dished out fairly or according to our behaviour. If evil things only happen to bad people, we might feel this would be consistent with justice. Yet innocent or even good people suffer. Some people seem to have more suffering than others. This appears to be inconsistent with a just God. God is supposed to be a father, yet even a loving father may dish out justice and punishment in order to teach us. A true father would not kill or torture us in order to teach. We would find this kind of father dearly lacking. Finally, God is supposed to be a creator. This characteristic is vital in this problem. God is supposed to be the creator of the world. It tells us so in Genesis. In addition, all that God made was supposed to be good. If this is the case, either God is responsible for creating evil at the outset, or he views the evil he has created as being something good, which seems incorrigible when we experience it.